How's it going, everybody? Arctic Gaming here, back with another video. And today, guys, we're going to be starting a series that I'm going to be enjoying, okay? Today's series is going to be Top 10, all right? Now, I think the name is going to be changed to, like, TippyTop. So we'll probably be doing that, more that we go into it. But I just wanted us to have, some kind of name to put the face to it. So today I'm going to be giving you my top 10 favorite animes of all time. Now, my last video, guys, that I posted yesterday, we talked about how One Piece is not in my top 10. I think I have 12 animes on this list. 2 of them are going to be honorable mentions, but the rest of them are in the top 10, and in my opinion, are my favorite animes of all time. Now, I have seen snippets of other animes, but these are the only ones that I've seen a majority and or all the way through of. All right, so here's where we're going to start, okay? I'm going to give you my top 10, and then I'm going to go into Tier List Maker, and I'm going to make you guys a tier list of where I put all of these different animes. And I am going to use my top 10 to give you guys a little bit of a go about of, where I'm going to put them. But some of them might surprise you where I put them, even though they're as high as I say they are. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you guys are going to enjoy this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and in that comment section, tell me your top 10 favorite animes of all time, and give me some suggestions on what animes I should watch. And who knows, we might do a watch party at some point in the future. No promises, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and let's go straight into the top 10 of my animes of all time. So, where do we start, right? Should we start at 10? Or should we start at number 1? We're going to start at number 10. So number 10 is an anime that I absolutely adore, that I have loved for a very long time. The show's name is Mashally or Mashal, Magic and Muscles. Now, a quick synopsis of the show. Basically, he lives in an entire universe where magic rules, but he is not magic himself. But he ends up getting very, very, very supernaturally strong, so when he gets in trouble with the law one day, he has to become one of the best sorcerers in the entire world, basically. And in doing so, he has to go to a magic school. And if you guys have ever seen Harry Potter, it's basically Harry Potter and One Punch Man mixed together in one anime. I swear it's exactly how it is. So if you guys like both of those, please consider watching this anime. It's very good, very nice. So that's number 10. Now, number 9 is one that kind of surprised me. One that I didn't think I was going to enjoy as much because there's only one season. And that is the Asanubi Adventurer. And this is an anime that completely got me off guard. It is about someone who lives in a magical world and at a crisp age of 30 decides, hey, I want to become an adventurer. So he's like, okay, I'm going to do the work and I'm going to do everything I possibly can. Well, he gets trained by the strongest people and strongest faction or party ever in this entire universe. And so, as much as he is like in his own mind and doesn't have any of the confidence, he thinks he's so weak that he's like barely even a beginner because of the degrading that he's gone through with these people. But it turns out he's actually stronger than almost every sorcerer there. So it's absolutely amazing. It's such a good anime. I suggest it to everybody, who likes action animes that kind of have a steady story, but haven't really gotten anywhere yet. If you just want a one-off anime just to watch and enjoy, this is something you guys want to watch. Now, number 8 is something that's going to surprise, I think, absolutely nobody. Dragon Ball Z. Now, this might be surprising to those of you who are like, what, Dragon Ball? Why is this in your top 10? Now, I'm specifically talking about Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Z Kai. Super is very good, but I would not put Dragon Ball Super in this top 10 because as much as I like it, it is not as good and it doesn't hit as hard as the older Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Z Kai show. Now, what I do enjoy, though, is how amazing and how the story, you know, just kind of fits. Because for me, I'm someone who likes a story that is either non-existent or is so plain and obvious that it's kind of, you know, enjoyable to watch, because you're able to, you know, just go with the show. You know, and this is something that Dragon Ball Z does very well. And the hype anime of it all is just, it's the original hype anime. It's the grandfather of anime. I think that this is, you know, I think this deserves to be in its spot. A lot of you might be like, okay, well, why'd you put in 8? Why didn't you put it higher? And that's because the rest of these animes, these remaining 7 animes, are the absolute best I have ever seen. Except for maybe number 7. Number 7 is not going to be up there. But these remaining 6 animes after number 7 are the best animes I've ever seen, ever. And so number 7 is My Hero Academia. My Hero is my 7th favorite anime of all time, because it is an anime where a kid goes to a superhuman school and learns how to be a superhero. And it's such a good story. They go through so much, and they're only in their first year of high school. It's so amazing. It's so cool. I think that all the different quirks are amazing. I think that the storyline is very well put together, and it has a great storyline. This new season has absolutely gagged me. I cannot tell you how amazing this new season is. If you guys have not seen the new season yet, and you have seen My Hero, please watch this new season. It's going to absolutely floor you. Now, you guys might be wondering, like, okay, well, what about the fan base of all these shows? I do not care about the fan base. The fan base of the show will always ruin the show. That is, and this goes for all media. The fan base for Destiny ruins Destiny. The fan base for Elden Ring ruins Elden Ring. The fan base for all these different shows, they ruin the show. The fan base for One Piece ruined One Piece. That is literally the reason why people don't like One Piece, is because of the fandom. They act like it's the best anime of all time, when not everybody has the same opinion, and then they clown on you for not having the same opinion as they do. It's ridiculous, okay? The fan base will always be the killing note of a media. This is all based off of nothing to do with its fan base. This is strictly how I feel about the show by itself. Now, the remaining 6. Number 6, Solo Leveling. You guys might be like, Solo Leveling, I kind of see it. You're someone who likes, you know, the shonen animes of, you know, the action animes, but it has no story. It does have a story. You just don't pay attention to the story. All you guys see is the hype anime of it all, but I see beyond the hype. I get hyped, and then I go to the story, and I'm like, this is a really good story, because it's about him going into a random dungeon. It turns into an S-rank dungeon out of nowhere, and then he gets killed, comes back to life, has a video game-esque menu in his brain, and basically is able to grow his power from literally E rank, the worst rank, all the way up to one of the strongest heroes in the universe. And for those of you who don't know and have seen the anime and are like, it still doesn't have a story, the story is that he was trying to heal his mother. There is an episode where he cries because of his mom. And everybody hates it because all the people who watched it were like, oh, he cries, he lost all of his aura. Dude, his mom is in the hospital with a clinical illness that causes her to be in a forever coma. Are you kidding? Of course he's gonna cry. So for me personally, I think that people who clown on Solo Leveling really just aren't paying attention. And honestly, if you do pay attention and you just still don't like it, that's all you, buddy. I'm not going to convince you that it's the best anime of all time because it's only at my number 6. Okay, so don't be, thinking that I'm gonna, say it's the best anime of all time. It's not. Okay, we're in the top 5. Okay, this is the top 5. Gotten rid of all the other animes. This is the top 5 animes of me for all time. Now, this is hard because I love all of these shows. But I will say, my number 5 has to be Blue Lock. What? Blue Lock? How is Blue Lock your 5th favorite anime of all time? I love Blue Lock. I have said this in, I think, another video or maybe out there somewhere on a stream. It is a A-tier anime. This is an anime that is about a kid who, wasn't really good at soccer, but through sheer hard work and determination, he was able to learn, adapt, and grow his own ability up against some of the best football players of his entire country, all in the span of maybe half a year. I think it was 6 months. So regardless, and the hype anime of it all, obviously, I'm definitely into hype animes, but this is something that's it gives me chills to watch this show. Now, the other animes that are above this also give me chills, but this is one that I quite literally could not see myself not watching at all. This is something that I really will promote, is that I love Blue Lock. And if you guys haven't seen Blue Lock, please watch Blue Lock. It has a great story, and this past season was amazing. I'm not going to get into details, but this is a great show. Now, on to number 4. My 4th top anime of all time has to be Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen, season 1, not that good. Season 2, amazing. Season 2, part 1, the hidden inventory, phenomenal. And then Jujutsu Kaisen 0, the movie, is absolute perfection. But we're not doing just the anime, just the movie, we're doing the entire anime. We are doing all of the anime. So I have to put it at number 4, because as much as the show is amazing and has a great storyline, and I'm super excited for season 3, I still think that if your best iteration of this show is in the prequels, then it kind of loses me when the rest of the show kind of is dull. So that's why I put it at number 4. Now, my top 3 animes of all time. Number 3 is going to surprise everybody. Or maybe not. But I think it's a surprise. The Rising of the Shield Hero is my 3rd favorite anime of all time. What? I'm sorry. The Shield Hero anime? The guy who gets accused of something he didn't do, and then has to adopt a cool guy mentality, and then ends up adopting a half human, half fox girl, and then adopting another half human, half bird girl, and then going on an adventure to save a universe that physically hates him? Yeah, that's the anime. I love this anime. It has a great story. I'm super excited to watch the other seasons. I've only seen season 1, and I already know it's my top 3. It's my 3rd best anime of all time. I already know it. I'm already getting giddy talking about it because it's such a good anime, and I resonate so much with the main character, and it is just something that I will always enjoy about a anime, is where the main character, resonates with me. Now, my second favorite anime of all time, you guys could probably guess this, but it is Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan is my second favorite anime of all time. beautiful story, beautiful narrative, amazing character arcs, amazing character development, surprising character development. If you guys have not seen Attack on Titan, disclaimer warning, it is very hardcore. If you guys are not used to hardcore animes, this is not one you want to start with. You want to start with one that is a little bit, you know, easier to watch, but this is definitely not the one you want to start with. But for those of you who have seen some harsh animes, this is something you have to watch. You have to experience Attack on Titan at least once in your life. It is such a good show, and even with the art style change in the 4th season, it's amazing. I love it so much. But now we're gonna get to my favorite anime of all time. You guys already know. You guys already know what my favorite anime of all time is, and it is Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer, the main character, the side characters, the story, the villain, the art style, the character arcs, the character development, all of it is so peak that it gives me chills. I said this in my previous video when I was talking about One Piece, that it seriously is the only show that I have been able to rewatch as long as there is of One Piece. I said this in my last video that I've seen around 340 to around 400 hours of Demon Slayer, and there is about 450 hours of One Piece. So I have to say it's my favorite anime of all time. And obviously, you know, for me as well, I enjoy that, you know, there's also connections with the voice actors. One of the voice actors is Johnny Young Bosch, who is the Black Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. This isn't the Black Ranger, this is the Red Ranger, but it's still the Power Rangers. I love Power Rangers. And Johnny Young Bosch, Adam, my favorite Black Ranger of all time, is in that, and it's so cool. I love it so much. And then someone who actually surprised me is that the voice actor for Inosuke is Bryce Papenbrook. Bryce Papenbrook's father actually worked with Adam, Johnny Young Bosch, on Power Rangers because he voices some of the Power Ranger enemies. And my mind was blown. When I heard about that, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. Not only do I have 2 Power Ranger connections in this show, but all of it is so amazing. We have Gojo as one of the voice actors. I mean, come on, really? It's such a good anime. I love it so much. I mean, literally solo leveling characters in it as Zenitsu. Jinu is Zenitsu. So I mean, it's such a good anime. I can glaze it as much as possible, but without further ado, it's time to get into the tier list. I'm gonna switch right now, and we're gonna do this tier list, okay? All the animes that I've ever seen, minus a couple because I probably haven't thought about them. These are all the animes that I know that I have seen. Now let's start with D tier. D tier means that it is the worst of the animes that I've seen. Where I literally will not rewatch it, and I will not be enjoying rewatching it if I do. And I know, and if you saw my last video, you kind of know where this is going. One Piece is going into D tier. I know. Trust me, I know. It's hard to think about. But One Piece is not my favorite anime of all time. I've said this. And in terms of all these other animes, I would rather watch all of these and rewatch all of these than rewatch One Piece. Now, C tier is ones that I am willing to rewatch, won't like it, but I will enjoy rewatching it somewhat. And that is Ouran High School Host Club. Ouran High School Host Club actually surprised me. I actually got way too into the show. I got way too into the characters. It's one of those, Doki Doki animes that, really just are there for, little kids to watch and all that. but I actually like semi enjoyed it when I watched it. I've seen it twice. The second time I watched it, it was like hard to rewatch it, but I didn't not enjoy it. Now, here's where we get to a little bit of a surprise. An anime that I will rewatch, but won't really like go out of my way to rewatch it, is Mashley. Magic and Muscles. I've seen it twice. Same thing with Orin High School. I've seen it twice, but I will not go out of my way to rewatch this show. It is a good show. I loved it, but it still is not up there in my top animes. It is literally my least liked anime, I think. Now, we get into B tier. B tier is the middle tier, where it is completely like the middle ground, what I think an anime should be. And I think Dragon Ball goes there. As much as Dragon Ball is somewhere, you know, it is a show that I've grew up with, a lot of it tends to be nostalgia. Now, I have rewatched Dragon Ball many times. I still love Dragon Ball. But in terms of A and S tier, it is not up there. It is not. Now, here we go. Another anime that I think is a B tier anime is My Hero. I think My Hero is a B tier movie or anime. It is above all these other animes, and I know people are gonna be like, "What? You put all of these other animes above One Piece?" Yes, because one, they're shorter, and two, they don't take me forever to watch just to see if they get good. All of these, I knew if they were gonna be good or bad from the first episode. But people are saying like, "Oh, you don't know if it's gonna be good or not until you get to this 480 episodes in." That's so ridiculous that it deserves to be D tier after that. Now, we get into the topper parts of the animes, right? Now, we're going to throw in one more anime into B tier, and then the rest of them are going to A tier and S tier. My B tier anime is Asanubi Adventurer. You guys are like, what? But you just said you liked that anime. I do like the anime. However, I think that because I've only seen one season, that there's a lot to be desired. And there's just things that I, don't understand because I don't have that information yet. But I still enjoyed it, so I say it's a B tier. And now we get into A tier. My first A tier anime is going to be Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul was my first favorite anime. And just to show you how much I enjoyed that anime, I actually have a Tokyo Ghoul shirt that I was supposed to be wearing for this episode. But I wanted to save it until we started ranking so that you could see how I loved this anime, but I had to put it lower than S tier because I learned my favorite anime was Demon Slayer. But there it is. I think I buttoned it wrong. But you see it has eye patch and then it has Ken Kaneki. So cool. Love it so much. So yeah, it is an A tier anime. And I've already explained all these different animes to you guys. This is just me going back and showing you guys where I would rank them. Now, the second anime that's an A tier. Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling is above all these other animes, and I believe it deserves A tier. It is a great anime. Gave me chills throughout the entire show, and I have rewatched it actually more times than I've rewatched any of these other shows. And that is actually true. Now, here's something also that is going to be kind of shocking. There is only one more show that goes into A tier. The rest are in my S tier. So out of these 5, only one of them is an A tier to me. And that is Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen is a great anime. As I've said, the movie is amazing, and the prequel show season is amazing. But it falls off during the first season, and then the second season kind of just piggybacks off of the first season. So that's where I would put it. Now here it is. Everybody knows what's going to happen. Demon Slayer, top of S tier. Attack on Titan, right behind it. Shield Hero, right behind that. Not Blue Lock, but Shield Hero, right behind that. And then Blue Lock. And that is where I rank all of these animes. I'm so happy that I was able to get this done. If you guys wanted a closer look, here you go. At where I put all these different animes. Let me move my camera out of the way. But there you guys go. That is where I put all these animes. If you guys don't agree, tell me where you would put these animes or your favorite animes of all time. Again, these are all the animes that I have seen. This actually doesn't include Death Note. Death Note I would actually put in A tier because it is also an A tier anime to me. But it isn't in my top 10. But if you guys like this, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me again what you guys think about this tier list. Is it bad? Should I never make a tier list ever again? Who let bro cook? Or is it bro cooked and I'm actually pretty smart about where I put everything? Whatever it is, let me know, guys. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh my God. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and then go ahead and click that bell so you guys don't miss any of these other videos I'm going out with. I'm again making a continuation to the series of Talk On and starting this series called TippyTop. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.